Greetings! Today is Saturday, June the 12th, 2021.
It's the middle of summer. Big ears.
What you're seeing here, obviously, is the Diamond Select Toys Build-A-Play set that came with their Ghostbusters line. Each figure from the deluxe came with one small piece of a diorama, and then you start putting those pieces together, and you build this. Now, actually, this is the second one of these that I have. Here's what happened. At first, I didn't think I was going to collect the figures. And I bought just enough diorama pieces loose off eBay from people selling lots, etc., that I could make enough of a display for my NECA figures, I hope that's pronounced right, and also my Gozer Temple door recast. So I had, pieces of it, and then I decided that I was going to collect the figure line. So I started having a few duplicates here and there, and then I started actually enjoying the figures so much that I bought some more to customize. So I had duplicates of some figures, and if it was cheaper to buy them with the diorama piece than it was to buy them loose, I would buy the ones with the diorama pieces. So I started having a box full of extra parts. I did a previous video a couple weeks back where I got another parts lot of diorama pieces from a guy on Facebook, and it included some of the pieces to the Gozer Rooftop Temple and also some of the pieces to the Firehouse diorama, which they did for Ghostbusters and real Ghostbusters 2 and the real Ghostbusters lines of figures. So I hauled out my spares and the new pieces that I'd gotten, and I started putting it together, and I was really, really close. I was so excited that I thought I would finally be able to do both vertical pieces here, but I had one piece wrong. I had 2 of one side and only 0 of the other extra. So I went to eBay and found the correct piece. Let's see, which one are you? You go here. So I had this one twice and didn't have this one. So I went to eBay for that, and also I didn't have the top piece across here. Happened to find a seller that had both. So I was able to save a little bit on shipping. Mildly disappointed with this piece here because, let me pop it off and show you. This is going to be noisy, I apologize. Take this little central piece out, turn it around for you. Now, right in there, one of these 2 pieces had gotten crushed over time, and I don't think the seller knew it, but man, those things were in there good. I tried prying them out. It just wasn't going to happen. Eventually, I simply had to snap both of these in order that I could make it sit flush with this one. And when it all was said and done, I was like, you know what, this is my backup, this is my spare. I'm not going to fret too bad about the fact that it has a glitch in it that you can't even see when it's fully assembled. So I just sort of got philosophical on that one. Trying to put this guy on there, he's upside down. So these pieces here and this piece here were the last ones that I needed to make a second version of this diorama. The only thing I don't have duplicates of are the pterodogs, but I've got, I can display one of these with the statue pterodogs and one of these with the, snarling living creature pterodogs, so I'm not too upset about that. Also, I still have this many pieces left over if I want to display that pyro prop of the Gozer Temple door and some of the little NECA figures on it. Now, the one thing I didn't have duplicates of were these. I had 8 of these, not 10 of these. So these 2 here are actually 3D prints that I did as an option back before I started getting enough duplicates to use real pylons or obelisks, I think is the term I used when I designed one in Tinkercad. So, let's move this to the side just for a second. The other thing that was in the previous batch was some of the parts for the Firehouse diorama. Oh, by the way, I've got one more extra staircase. That's another leftover piece, but that's so useful that I think I'll just hang on to it. All right. Don't really need that or this, but enough that I could do a spare top of the Firehouse. I thought, on my Firehouse, I customized it and painted that part black to be the GB1 version. So I do have already a spare of this part because I never customize unless I've got one to keep. So that one I thought, I'll just hang on to it. But once I got a duplicate, wheels started turning in my head. I said, well, I could theoretically attach these together. I've got plenty of the little pieces on the back there. All three of these have another set of the joiners, the connectors. But make one more of these and like just keep it maybe on top of that one. And then my buddy John Roop posted. Now he is in South Carolina in the same... His city is the same name as my city. So he even pointed out to me that he was sending me a package from Florence to Florence. And he posted on Facebook recently, he said, I've got these items for sale. I'm wanting to sell them as a lot. I saw it. I private messaged him. I told him in the thread, I said, I'm sending you a PM. I said, I don't need any of that other stuff, but there's 2 parts there from the diorama pieces I'd really like to get. So he and I chatted. He said, yeah, I can split those out for you. This is one of the few people that I've dealt with a Facebook sale that I've actually met them in person. He and I have spent time together at some local Ghostbusters events. I want to say it was the Alabama Phoenix Festival. And I'm pretty sure I went to every year that they did an Alabama Phoenix Festival before they discontinued it. Hopefully someday it will rise from its ashes and come back. But I've met John, I've met his wife, and these were the 2 pieces that I was most interested in. And as I say, he cut me a good deal on those. Matter of fact, he said, how much do you want to pay? And I said, this amount. And he goes, that's the amount I was thinking of, which I was prepared to, his response to go higher, and I would have been iffy at that point. So I was glad that he was thinking the same as me. So my thought is, perhaps I could, now that I've got spares of the 2 Ghostbusters signs, is potentially could I wire these and put lights inside of them so that you had one that was lit for GB2 and one that was lit for GB1. So that's a possible idea. I will have to look into it and see how feasible that is on my ever-growing collection of gigantic Ghostbusters dioramas. Thank you for watching.